Welcome back to the show. This is Man to Man. My name is Kokuluman. I'm truly grateful that you can stay with us. Call a friend, tell a friend that we're about to start off the journey into the life of my guest, Pastor Timothy Stanfill. He's sitting close to me. This man has been an entrepreneur and an inspirational figure since 1989. With his innovative ideas. What a time to want to connect with you. Thank you very much. Truly grateful that you can join us today on the Man to Man show.
I just have to thank my Father, Lord and Savior, and also I have to thank my beautiful wife, Bishop Shirley Stanfill, who helped me through this process to be here at such a time as this.
Absolutely. We cannot wait to talk about that side of you as well, where she comes in, because I'm excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, but tell me about it. I'm interested in this experience I've had with friends. The height, whether you are sufficient in height or deficient in height, whether you're short or tall, becomes an issue where people are even mocked in school. Growing up, your height, how tall are you?
I'm 6'7".
6'7". Did you get people mocking you because, oh, this guy's too tall? Aren't you tall? Aren't you too tall?
I am shorter of the crew of all of them.
Whoa.
Kimmy Mutombo, Lonzo Mourning, I'm the shorter one of the group.
Oh my, I see.
But I was a 95-pound weakling. I was short.
Wow.
And so my brother, he was a wrestler, so he started lifting weights, and so I started lifting weights, and I grew like shot up real quickly, and
I see. So you didn't have all those issues with people mocking you over your height and all that?
I was bullied.
I see. Bullied?
I was bullied, and so when I grew up in gangs.
Gangs?
Yeah, and so it was a time of segregation back in the early 70s, and when the gangs, you have the north end, the south end, and then you have us being in the middle. So you had the Italians in the north end, Puerto Ricans in the south end, and then us in the middle. So you had to be in a gang to go around the different cities just to survive. And so with that alone, I used to get picked on a lot. So when I joined the gang, then I joined the martial arts. And so Chinese Kung Fu. So when I started doing that, I started loving it to the point that I became a 3rd-degree black belt in Chinese Kung Fu. So the bullied helped me be who I am today.
We'll come to that. I want to know why the choice of joining gangs. Was it that the parents were not there? Or what exactly would push a young man to join a gang?
Gangs are like a family, and the love that you don't get at home, you get in the street. So us men, we are searching for love in all the wrong places. So my mother was a good mother. She provided for us, but I'm an affectionate man, and I was affectionate. I always wanted to come home, hey mom, give me a hug, give me a kiss, and I didn't get that. So I searched elsewhere. But if you really want to go deeper, it started when I was actually 5 years old, when everything came to head, and what changed my life, and not understanding the plots and plans of the enemy of Satan had for me in the beginning. And this is what I really hope that men understand.
Absolutely.
Your destiny is already planned for you in the heavens, but then it's also plotted for you in the pits of hell. So as they clash and you struggle with certain things that happen in your life, and when that first violation was at 5 years old, and that 5 years old violation was my babysitter. And when my babysitter violated me, she gave me gonorrhea at 5 years old. So now what happens is, as the enemy comes in and plants that violation, now the perverted demon has came. When the perverted demon comes, it's interesting because I come to understand this at 55 years old, coming from the street and coming from that part, then coming to the spiritual aspect of what's going on. We got issues because of the violations that come to us when we're young. If we understand, that's why Satan do not want you to know that you know that you know. Because if you know what's happening and what's going on, you have a chance to understand and deal with it younger. But see, as one demon comes, then he brings his friends. So now you got the perverted demon, you got the lust demon, you got the lying demon, you got the cheating demon, you got all these demons
that roll over to even affect your family and all of that.
It affects everything, because now at 5 years old, understanding that I had gonorrhea so bad that if I waited one more week, I wouldn't have been able to have children. So she brought me to the hospital saying, what's going on? She didn't have a clue.
Your mom, you mean?
Then my mom and stepfather didn't have a clue. They was distraught. They were distraught. How? She couldn't fathom it. As a 5 years old kid getting done. Who? And it was my babysitter.
That violated you.
That violated me at 5 years old.
5 years old.
And then from that, now you got the perverted demon. So he's there. Now you have your first cousin as a male violate you.
So after the babysitter violated you, your first cousin also violated you.
My first cousin was supposed to be my first cousin, violated me. Now you understand the demons are coming because they are familiar spirits. That demon see one that's been violated and they hook up together. Now you don't understand this because you thinking as a man, it's you. It ain't you. It's the demons in you.
Let's look at what possibly that violation brought to you in terms of till 30, that's when you got the understanding. The understanding I'm getting here also is that you got to that point because you could not pinpoint what exactly was bringing some things in your life. So tell me about the experiences within that time.
It brought perversion.
Perversion.
That perverted. You talking me with when I was in high school. I played basketball.
Okay.
When I came to college, that's when it hit. I would sleep with different women, and it was a satisfaction of just sleeping with those women. It blew my mind how I could just have women, multiple women, any kind of way. It was amazing, but it was a stronghold. Now, what we need to understand is when you have someone pray for you, I didn't understand. She said, please save my child. She would beg God to save me. I didn't understand until I was a grown man and going to church. But now, when I was a player, we would go to parties and just pick up women and sleep with them at bay. And you don't even have to know them. And I used to really be intrigued to why would you want to come home with me on a first date?
When you don't know me.
You don't know me. You have never seen me. When the demon is so interesting because when you're possessed by a perverted demon, these demons act together.
Right.
You think it's you. It ain't you. It's the demons' collaboration. What's up? You want to hook up? And you think you have the power. You have no power. The power is in the name Jesus. You got to be delivered from them demons. Okay. I had 6 deliverances that my wife did. You don't hear me. These demons are no joke. These demons is nothing to play with. That perverted demon has raped children. That's raped women. We need to understand who we are and whose we are in as men.
I want us to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk a bit about basketball and what the transformation came from, and then go deeply into where the understanding of who he really is started coming from, and who helped him and what he went through deeply, and then we could shoot it up from there and go into what exactly we're celebrating today.
Yes.
My guest is still here. Pastor Timothy Stanfill is my guest. Stay with us. When we come back, the show Men to Men continues.